And I am back with part two, it's part two, because I'm going to be sharing another 7 lessons that I've learned from being disabled, or by being disabled for 28 years. Yes, on the 22nd of November 1996, I was hit by a drunk driver. And I was just 3 years old when this driver was like, you know what, now I'm going to be selfish on the road. And that turned my life upside down. And it changed my life forever. Now, I am going to be sharing 28 lessons that I've learned. If you have not subscribed, before we continue any further, do subscribe to my channel so that you can come back if you missed out on the previous video. And go check the previous video and then come back to this video and watch it and listen to the 7 lessons that I'm just gonna share now. I'm gonna be quick because I don't want to bore you, because I know they just listen 2 minutes into a video and they're like, yo, this guy bora. So I don't want to be boring. No. But I want to share these lessons. So the first lesson, and this is part 2, yes, part 2 of the 28 lessons. First one, disabled people can have sex. They will have sex if they want to have sex. Let that marinate. Let that process. Digest that. Disabled people can have sex, will have sex when they want to have sex. Now, please, as a Christian woman, I do not say you must go now and have sex with people who you are not married to. If you are married and you have a disability, don't worry, you can still have sex. If you're about to get married to someone who has a disability, don't worry, the chances are they can have sex, and not just sex, great sex, yes, they can have and enjoy. Enjoyment, yes. That is lesson number 1. Don't ask me why was I having sex, that I know this. I wish I could turn back the clock of time, but I can't. What's done is done. But we thank God. We thank God that I repented. We thank God that I stopped. And then lesson number 2, surround yourself with kind people. Yo, guys, kind people make the world better. Having kind people, having kind people makes the world better. Sorry guys, that's my niece. And sorry. So yes, having kind people makes life better, makes life easier, makes life worth enjoying or worth it. And then talk. Vula umlomo, and speak up. That is the 3rd lesson that I've learned. No one will know unless you speak. No one will learn unless you speak up. So yes, disabled people must be able to talk. Like when you need help, speak up. When you see injustice, speak up. When someone is discriminating against you, speak up. When there's ableism, or when you are experiencing some kind of unfair treatment, speak up. Don't just tolerate nonsense. Speak up. Speak up for what you believe in. Stand up for what you believe in. Okay, not just, don't physically stand up, but speak up. Yeah. And then 4th lesson, be ready to fight. And you ready to speak. You ready to speak up. So be ready to fight, because only fighters make it out. Only fighters make it out alive. Guys, I did not get through the 28 years by just smiling. I was fighting. I was fighting for what I believe in. I was fighting for myself. I was fighting for my joy, for my happiness. I was fighting through life and its challenges. So learn to fight. Not just fight a good fight. Eva. And then if you look good, you feel good. Like, take care of yourself. Like, in the one I didn't even put makeup on because I'm like, my skin naturally is good. Like, naturally I have a good skin. Because I take care of myself. I take care of my skin. So I just wanted to show you guys, but you know what, it's possible for you to look beautiful even if you are natural. You don't always have to cover up. You don't always have to wear all these things to hide your blemishes, to hide your pimples, to hide your scars. Our scars are beautiful. Our scars tell stories. Yeah, I have a scar here on my neck, and it just shows my, at one point in my life, I could not breathe on my own. It shows that they had to make a small incision so that I could have oxygen, so that I could have, the opportunity to life again. So you see, my scar tells a story of how I have been fighting, a story of how I've been surviving. So it's very important not to hide our scars, but to show them and to tell the stories behind them. But yeah, sometimes it's not that deep. Sometimes it's just not that deep. And then, like I said, if you look good, you feel good. So take good care of yourself. Dress up like just because you're disabled. Just because you're disabled doesn't mean now you must look like a granny. You must look like an old man. You must look like a hospital patient. No, so please take care of yourself. Dress up, smell good, look good, and you'll feel good. You'll feel good. I become so extra confident. Not that I'm not confident, but when I look good and when I feel good, I become extra confident. And then see the cup as half full instead of half empty. Now, I'm sure you've heard that before, guys. People who see the cup as half full are more positive than the ones who see the cup as half empty. So your outlook on life matters. How you see your disability matters. And Nashem, I see my disability as just a way of God showing himself and revealing himself through my life. I see my disability as this journey that I'm on, that other people can go with me on the journey. So it's very important for us to see the cup as half full instead of half empty. And then the last one, number 14, is guard your heart. Because the Bible says the issues of life flow out of your heart. So protect your heart. Don't allow people to just step all over you. Yes, you can be humble without taking nonsense from anyone. Just because you're a nice person, just because you're